Do you know your guaranteed rights as provided for in the Constitution? As a citizen, what have you done to ensure the enjoyment of human rights in your county? Early last year, Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, in partnership with the European Union, rolled out a project aiming at indicating the situation of human rights defenders in Kenya. This project sought to work with human rights defenders in selected regions. Simply defined, a human rights defender is a champion of rights. It is that doctor who treats the sick, that police officer who ensures your security. It is the journalist who voices your plight. A human rights defender is you. They have been threatened.
Someone recently, after I did some story, called me and told me they're going to kill me.
I was just receiving anonymous calls saying, why are you helping that person who was killed by the police? So I was not able to pinpoint whether it was a police officer, I don't know who, because they were telling us, you want to put a case, that was the message.
We've had challenges up and down with the security agents, that is the police. Sometimes the politicians from within.
They have been isolated, discriminated, and intimidated.
Sometimes intimidated, sometimes even threatened.
Some of them have been forced into exile, but they never retreat, and their voices are never suppressed.
I was only a bit scared. I became so scared that I even became I had run away for some time, about 2-3 months. I was around.
Sometimes you're forced not to go home because most of these days know our places. And sometimes you're forced to change your routes when you go home. Sometimes when you delay out there, you haven't reached your home maybe on time. You have to spend in a hotel. Yeah.
They are the human rights defenders. In November 2015, we went back to Busia County to assess the progress of the project. We met some of the local human rights defenders.
And the issue involved a lot of bribery from the OCS and some of the police constables. And then at the end of the day, when we pursued this story, after the minor was defiled by a 65-year-old man, the case was brought to our attention by some DCO then, some district children's officer. We pursued this case, we went to the police station, and then the suspect was arrested after 4 days. And the minor in question, who was already a victim, was put into the police cells for 11 days. The child was not given any post-exposure medication. The child was not taken for any medical examination. And then later was put in cells, in police cells.
Go to health. It is rampant. You've heard of issues here in Busia. Yeah, we had a lady passing on when she had gone to deliver at Sioport, the hospital. Yeah, there is an ambulance, but these guys are calling, they just need 1,000 bob before they refer. And so as a human rights, we follow that. And you know, when you follow that, you monitor that and follow. Then now the authorities will say, hey, why are you exposing us? You heard this issue of the kids in Teso. The hospital, the dispensary name is funny to me, I don't. Yeah, it was highlighted. But you know, they are not happy. Because to them they are saying, hey, why are you saying that the health system in the county is not following up cases once they are in the court? Yeah, that's a big challenge. Because some of us would want to know the progress of the case. And mostly, you see, you go to the police, you usually go to the police and ask, oh, case of B number this, how is it progressing on? So, like now there is one on defilement that is coming up on, will it be on 7th of December? This is the case of last year.
In a society that is perceived as patriarchal, we meet a brave woman whom, despite all the setbacks, passionately defends human rights. Rose Ekea lives far north of Teso sub-county, just at the border of Uganda. We begin our journey after a public forum at Nambale sub-county. The muddy, impassable roads slows our journey down, taking us more than 2 hours to cover only 10 kilometers. But still, at the dark of the night, we managed to meet the middle-aged woman at her home.
Our challenges are bigger than the male HRDs.
Yes.
Because first of all, intimidation.
From who?
From the community.
Okay.
Like now if you have to handle a case, let me just talk about gender-based business, the gender-based case.
Yes.
If you have to handle a gender-based case, the time you start to reconcile or talk about it, what the community thinks that you want to destabilize the marriages of the people. First of all, like me, this is simple. They ask me, do you have a husband? So you want our wives also to leave us like they have left, live like you. There's that intimidation, there's also a fear. Like now if you have to handle, there's a fear of rape also. An HRD, a female HRD, there's that fear of rape. There's a fear of being, you're weaker. You're weak, physically weak, not any weakness, physical weakness. Because if you're ready to fight for your strength and you're fighting maybe a man, you can be overpowered easily as a female HRD.
Do you fight physically for the right?
Sometimes if you get yourself in a situation where you have to defend yourself,
yes,
you're forced to fight. Basically, I'm a trained marketer. But I did not get satisfaction in working as a marketer. Every time I see somebody the right being violated, my heart goes there. Every time, it's just passion. The only work I can do satisfactory, I feel I'm very satisfied doing is human rights work.
So when did you start your HRD work?
I started back around 25 years ago.
You've been a HRD for over 25 years?
Over 25 years.
By and large, this project has impacted positively on HRD work in Busia. It has reached out to all audiences, including people living with disabilities. Let's listen to what some of the HRDs had to say.
It has really helped, and it has changed my motives because I had not known our rights as persons with disability.
Okay. So now you are enlightened in all those issues?
Yes.
Do you get to share with other people too?
Yes, even I can share with them even in Barasas or anywhere publicly.
Yes.
Before we used to fear, we had no say. Being a disabled person is not the end of life.
Yes.
And I'm very much concerned because myself, I'm a person living with disability.
There's a very big improvement since the Kenya National Human Rights Commission started training us. Right now the relations between the, even like my work, the relationship between the HRD that deals with the police work with the police is a bit audio. They are not as violent as they used to be before. When I go to the police station, when I'm having something to complain or even to ask, I'm warmly welcome.
The trainings have somehow been fruitful because currently when you have any issues affecting people in terms of abuse of their rights, we easily connect and we easily coordinate in terms of how we handle the cases.
Besides HRD training, Kenya National Commission on Human Rights has also been holding awareness meetings with the public.
Mimi naitwa Mondi Samson na natoka Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. Nafanya kazi kwa ofisi yetu ya Nairobi. Kuna watu wanaitwa human rights defenders. Sasa si mnafunza nini wasaidia?
These testimonies depict the depth of the impact of this project in Busia County. As we depart, our greatest lesson from Busia County human rights defenders is that it is very hard to beat a person who never gives up. Najivunia kuwa mwanahaki. Je, wewe?
Hola, casa niña mía.